Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this video is on iteration. Here we have our first question, and it says show that fx is equal to x cubed minus 2x plus 7 can be written as x is equal to the cube root of 2x minus 7. So the first thing we do is write this first equation equal to 0. So we're going to have 0 is equal to x cubed minus 2x plus 7. And now we can start to rearrange. So we want it to get it in the form of x cubed is equal to begin with. So what we're going to do is take away 7 from both sides, because we have a plus 7 here on this right hand side. So to reverse it, we need to take away 7. So we're going to end up with minus 7 is equal to x cubed minus 2x. Now to get x cubed on its own, what we need to do is add 2x to both sides, because we have a minus 2x on the right hand side with the x cubed. So when we add 2x to both sides, we end up with 2x minus 7 is equal to x cubed, which is how we wanted to get it to begin with. But as you can see, it says show that it can be rewritten as x is equal to the cube root. So what we need to do to x cubed to get x is equal to is just cube root both sides, as this will reverse the x cubed and get it in the form x is equal to. So when we cube root both sides, we end up with the cube root of 2x minus 7 is equal to x. And that's what it says up here. So we've proved or shown that fx equals x cubed minus 2x plus 7 can be rewritten as x is equal to the cube root of 2x minus 7. We have our second question, and it says use the iterative formula xm plus 1 is equal to the cube root of 2x minus 7 with x0 is equal to minus 1 to find the real root of fx correct to 3 decimal places. Now the real root is just talking about where it crosses the x-axis. So for example, if you had it in a graph like that, the real root is going to be this point here where y is equal to 0 and it crosses the x-axis. So if we look at the formula it's given us, it says xm plus 1 is equal to the cube root of 2x minus 7, and it said x0 is equal to minus 1. So to find x1, all we simply do is substitute in the previous value into our equation, as it says xm plus 1, which means to find the next value you need to do the cube root of 2 times by the previous value minus 7. So to find x1, we're going to do the cube root of 2 times by our previous value, which is minus 1, minus 7. Which then when we type that into our calculator, we end up with x1 is equal to minus 2.080083823. And it's important that you write out all the digits that your calculator shows. So then to find x2, we need to substitute our value in for x1 back into our original equation. But we can make it slightly easier on the calculator. So if we do the cube root of 2 times by, and then press our button that says and, so it gives the previous answer, minus 7, it then means that we don't have to copy out the value for x1, the calculator will just do it for you. So when we do that, we end up with x2 is equal to minus 2.234722352. And again, it's important to make sure that you write out all the digits on the calculator. So when we do it for x3, we can just simply press the equals button now, because the calculator knows that it needs to substitute in the previous value that we've got. So when we press the equals button, we end up with minus 2.255177785. But as you can see, it says find the real root correct to 3 decimal places. So we want the 3 decimal places to be the same as the previous term. And here the first one is because they both are minus 2.2. But x2 is minus 2.23 and x3 is minus 2.25. So we need to go to our next value, which would be x4. So if we press the equals button again, we're going to end up with minus 2.257856041. And as you can see now, between x3 and x4, our first 2 decimal places are the same. They both have minus 2.25. But in x3 we then have a 5, and x4 we then have a 7. So we need to press the equals button again to find x5. And when we do that, we end up with minus 2.258220622, which again, they're not the same. The third value isn't the same. So if we press the equals button again for x6, we end up with minus 2.25825 199. And now if we look at our first three decimal places, they both have minus 2.258. So we call this converging. They've both got the same three decimal places, which means that's our answer. So it says use the iterative formula to find the real roots. And we found our real root, which is minus 2.258. As it only asks for it to three decimal places, so we can stop when the three decimal places are the same. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe and comment down below any topics you'd like me to make a video on. Also be sure to check out my social medias, which are all in the description box below.